All right, now in the previous video, we successfully loaded up our classifier. Now in this video, we are going to predict text using our classifier. So we can close all these functions that are not needed anymore. The only one we'll use is the getStream. And inside getStream, we've already written out code that prints out our text and it cleans it for us. Now, similar to what we did in the previous video, we want to remove the colons from our text. Now, we're going to do the same sort of thing that we did before, and we can do tweet equals tweet.str.replace, and we want to replace the colon with an empty string. And so that's just going to remove the colon because our model is not training off the colon. And so once we do that, let's just make sure we don't have any errors. We can do the same sort of thing that we did in the last video where we had our classes, and in our classes we had our classes that were outputting. Okay, so str object. So maybe we can just do dot replace. Let's try that. So yeah, so let's continue doing these classes, and the next one is neutral. Following that, bullish. Okay. And so it works. So we're removing our colons from the text, and that's awesome. So the next thing we need to do is do probabilities, which is going to be our output, and we can do classifier dot predict 1, and we'll pass the tweet that we pre-processed. And let's just print probabilities for now, and then we'll squish it into a class in the next iteration. So we can do python twitterbot1.py, and that will rerun it. And so what should happen is we print out the probabilities associated with the tweet. So let's make sure that happens. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we're outputting our sentiment for each text, and as it should, it's predicting neutral for a lot of these bots, and that's exactly what we want. So we're successfully detecting the bots, and we got this error here, and the error is because I'm guessing some text doesn't have anything in it. So maybe we can put it in a try block. So we can do try, and so we're going to try this, and we're going to accept, and we're just going to pass. And that's just to make sure that in the case there's a text that's weird, we're just going to pass, and we're just not going to include it into our training logic. So that's very good. So we successfully predicted our sentiment. Now the next thing is to squish it into one of these classes. So similar to what we did in the last video, we are going to do classes, and we are going to put square bracket, and in the square bracket we're going to take the max argument of our output, and that's what we're going to print. We're going to print our class. So instead of printing out the probabilities, we are going to print out our class, and that's exactly what should happen. And if that happens, then we are ready to start implementing our trading logic, which buys Bitcoin or any given stock when we ask it to. And so here you can start seeing bullish, bullish, neutral, and let's pause this and let's go through it. So the Old Testament granted the New Testament its relevance, that He had presented the properties of. Okay, this guy is definitely bullish on Bitcoin, so that's good that we got that. Price signals are completely broken. Markets are dead to the moon. Okay, that guy's a bullish anarchist, so that's cool. My favorite food and crypto. Okay, so we predicted bearish for this, but I guess there's not really much that we can say. Every time you laugh at, you are laughing at yourself. You just don't know it yet. Bullish, sure. I don't know why that's involved in Bitcoin, but that's what happens. And so that's awesome. So now we can even build on top of this, where we can create another model which predicts whether something is financial or not. And so by doing that, we can filter out the text that has nothing to do with Bitcoin, but that's beyond the scope, but I hope you understand how you can do something like this. So that's very cool. And so in the next video, we are going to start implementing our trading logic associated with our sentiment analysis bot. So in the next video, that's exactly what we'll do. And so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments. And I would love to make sure you have a great time with this course. So I'll see you in the next video.